Hello, welcome to another recap video. This drama is about a very rich girl named Sanjo Meika. She is called Princess, as her grandfather is the chairman for Sanjo business, which has many branches. That day is her wedding day, and they are waiting for the groom to come. As they are waiting, and she's getting her final makeup done, a man comes inside and attacks one of the guests. He's a former employee of the company who got fired because of getting bribes. He threatens them to hire him again, or else he'll do something bad. Meika goes out to talk to him and offers him to kidnap her instead. As he's approaching her, she uses martial arts techniques and presses him against the ground. However, he manages to push her and wants to grab the knife. However, someone presses him down by his foot. That person is the groom. His name is Fujimiya Ko. He is also Meika's bodyguard. He rushes to her and makes sure that nothing happened to her. Everyone gets emotional to see how the groom takes care of the bride. When she graduated from high school, her parents said that she must get married as she represents the entire Sanjo family. She wants to be free and fall in love, and marriage will prevent her from doing so. Therefore, Meika offers her bodyguard Ko to marry her, and this will be a fake marriage where both of them can have their own lives. He's been her bodyguard for about 10 years. He agrees to it. After the wedding, Meika thanks him for taking this responsibility. He gets closer to her and says that he had to break his arm for scratching her beautiful face. He tells her that this isn't fake for him, as he just got married to the girl that he loves. Ko has feelings for her where Meika doesn't, and wants to see him just as her bodyguard. Her goal is to find the man that she will truly love. She attends a gathering with her friends, so she can meet new people there. She lives in the same house as Ko just to make it seem more real for her family. At the restaurant, she meets a boy and walks her outside as she wants to go back home. As they are walking, they see Ko who's waiting for her. He actually told that boy to look after her and escort her to him. She gets angry at him for keep following her, and his reasoning is that he still needs to protect the princess who's his wife now. A past scene is shown that when Meika was younger, Ko saved her from kidnappers, and that was the reason that he became her bodyguard. He tries to calm her by patting on her head and telling her that he will patiently wait for her to fall in love with him. They go to buy wedding rings, so others would believe that they're a real couple. He enthusiastically takes her to the jewelry store and picks a ring for her. He puts it on for her and is very excited for it. At the store, a lady approaches them who happens to be Ko's friend. Her name is Mayumi. They all go to cafe together and start chatting. She gets shocked about this news as she thought that Ko will never fall in love with anyone at all, as he was always cold-hearted towards any girl including herself who had a crush on him. Meika thinks that Ko and Mayumi are in a relationship, so she gets excited and leaves them, so they can chat more. She wants Ko to find someone else to leave her alone. Mayumi goes and sits beside Ko and suddenly kisses him. She says that's a congratulations kiss, but he said to never do it again as he loves his wife. Meika sees that, and her smile fades away without her knowing it. Meika goes home and sits on the sofa where he comes back too. She starts telling him that he can have an affair with Mayumi, and they are well suited for each other. He tells her that she wants him to make love with a woman that he doesn't love and not his wife. He gets close to her and tells her that he'll wait for her love. She throws her ring and asks him to stay as her bodyguard only and nothing more. He gives her the ring and agrees to let her go if she returns the ring. She goes to the jewelry store to return the ring, but Mayumi tells her that the kiss meant nothing to Ko, and he actually likes only his wife. One morning, when she is seeing him off to work, Ko suddenly notices that she still has the ring on and hasn't returned yet. She doesn't want to act harshly towards Ko and wants to give him some time. The boy from the other day asks her to meet up again to apologize. They go to see movies together and spend some time. On their way home, it suddenly starts raining, and there is thunder too. She stops and can't walk anymore as she gets stressed and nervous when there is thunder. At that moment, Ko comes and puts his jacket on her head and tells her to cover her ears. He thanks the boy for spending time with his woman and then leaves with Meika. She wants to keep her distance from him. He comes closer to kiss her, but she pushes him away again and slaps him on his face. He asks her to just hold his hand now until they get home, so she'll feel calmer. When they hold hands, she says in her mind that his hands are very warm and calming. The scene suddenly shows the Sanjo's office where Ko is the manager there. Meika is now there to help him as his secretary because he's hurt his hand. They explain that she was about to get hit by a car, but Ko saved her and hurt his right hand. Her grandfather tells her to go to office and help him. He visits so many places during the day, which she follows him around to carry his stuff. She starts complaining by saying that she's very tired and can't continue anymore. After hours of moving around, he tells her that they are done for the day and asks her where she wants to go now. Meika takes him to a park and starts playing around. She seems very energetic and positive. Ko stands in a distance while watching her from far. He also starts smiling by looking at her bright face. Ko is at home. He's sleeping and received a call. She picks it up and comes to his work meeting instead of him, so he can rest at home. They meet at a bar. However, this man is trying to get closer to Meika and starts touching her body despite the number of times she tells him to stay away and stop doing that. As he's still doing it, Ko suddenly appears and takes care of him. He takes Meika out. She apologizes to him and explains the reason. He gets closer to her and tells her that she's very precious for him and doesn't want anything bad to happen to her. He assures her that he'll always protect her. Ko lets her join the employees' dinner gatherings to communicate more and have fun. However, he's worried that she'll find her love there, so he becomes sad when she goes out with them. Meika says that he just gets jealous to see her in big gatherings. Ko actually confirms it, that he doesn't want her to leave him. Meika again says that he shouldn't love her. At work, when they are in the elevator together, Ko tells her that he has decided to leave her alone and not torture her anymore because she doesn't love him. He doesn't want Meika to feel uncomfortable beside him. She gets off, but suddenly says that you are mine, and you should always stay by my side and never leave her. Ko gets off and tells her that if this is what she wants, then he won't leave her and will stay by her side. One day, he gets home late at night. Meika is worried about him that he's working a lot. Ko says that he's an orphan where her grandfather took him in and gave him his granddaughter as his wife, so he should work 100 times harder to be worth of her love. He doesn't want her family to be disappointed in him and wants Meika to fall for him and believes that by working hard, he can be by their level. He then turns toward her and tells her that she loves him too, as she's worried about him. He keeps getting closer and closer to him. Meika denies it and says no, but he insists that she has feelings for him. The last time he wanted to kiss her, she pushed him away, but this time, he leans forward and kisses her. She says in her mind that she has fallen in love with him. She confesses her feelings to him by saying that I think I have developed feelings for you. However, she again pushes him away. She says that he's become her first love, but first love doesn't always end up being forever. She asks him to become her test partner for love. Ko becomes shocked that she confessed earlier, but said these words. However, he hugs her and says that loving him alone has made him very happy, and he'll make this love to be forever. In the morning, she goes to his room and secretly starts looking at him while he's getting dressed. She says that he's very cool and handsome. Meika searches online and reads articles about tips for a romantic relationship. It says that the couple should spend a lot of time together. She decides to spend more time with him. When Ko comes back home, he suddenly sees Meika on his bed. She says that they are apart from each other in the morning as he's very busy, so they should sleep on the same bed to spend time together at night. He wants to continue working on his laptop and wants to go to the living room, but she stops him and makes him to sit at his desk in the room to be with her. She keeps looking at him while Ko is working. He finishes his work. When he turns around, he sees that Meika is sleeping on the bed. Ko goes to her and gets happy to see her by his side and taking care of him. She then wakes up. They share a romantic kiss. Ko says that he's happy to have her by his side, and he also wants to spend more time with her during both day and night. They hug each other tightly and sleep. Another day, he goes to his room and sees Meika on her knees on his bed. She says that she thought that a relationship is only kissing and hugging, but her friends told her that your partner is expecting more from you. Meika announces that she is ready to make love and have their first night together as they just slept together last night. Ko unties his tie and leans forward for a kiss. He kisses her romantically, and they both lie on the bed together. He wants to continue, but she suddenly says, "Stop," because she isn't emotionally ready for it. He stops and then says that he knows that she isn't ready. That's why he hasn't tried to do more with her. He'll patiently wait until she is ready for it. One day, Meika is outside and sees a kid playing piano. Another young boy joins him, and they start playing piano together. That boy is actually Makia's long-distance relative. His name is Sanjo Amane. They meet each other and start talking about how they are doing. Amane says that he wants to come to her home to see her husband as he met Ko when he was younger. When they go home, Ko isn't happy to see him because he knows that Amani has crush on Meika. Amani starts saying that he knows they don't love each other and their marriage is just a fake one, so why not marry him instead and get divorced from Ko? Ko gets angry, pulls Meika towards him and kisses her to show their love for each other. He says that they both love each other. The next day, Amon goes to the office to meet Meika. He asks her to show the city to him as he was away for some time in Vienna. Ko doesn't feel good about it, but agrees to it as he wants to make Meika happy. They go out together. Amane asks her to love him as he loves her a lot. However, Meika says that she can't respond back to his feelings as he likes him as her distant relative, but not as a lover. Ko is waiting for her at home. When she arrives, with a worried voice, he asks her if Amane did anything to her. She gets close to him and says that he got jealous and starts laughing. Meika assures him that nothing happened between them because she sees Amane as his relative only. He gets happy to hear these words and kisses her. As they are kissing, Meika says in her mind that she feels another special feeling when Ko gets close to him than when Amane was close to her. She then quickly hugs him from behind and confesses her love to him. He says that he can't control his feelings anymore, turns around, and passionately kisses her by leaning against the stairs. He keeps continuing, and when he wants to untie her dress, she again says, Ko, I am not ready yet. He apologizes for doing it without getting consent first. Ko and Amane meet. Ko says that you have many things to protect in your life, which are your wealth, handsomeness, family, fame, and many other things. But I only have Meika to protect, so leave her to me and worry about your own things. Meika and Amani meet again. This time, Meika tells him that she only loves Ko and can't have feelings for another person. She has become certain about her feelings towards Ko and tells Amani that her feelings are surprising for her too, but she can't deny it. Amani says that if that's what she wants, then he will root for their love and hopes everything will go well for them. He has accepted that he doesn't have a chance anymore. Another scene is shown with a new character named Haruka. He looks suspicious as his assistant gives him photos. The photos turn out to be Ko's and Meika's photos. He then says that the princess has truly fallen in love with Ko and starts laughing. Ko and Princess go to Ko's orphanage to give their yearly donations there. She starts asking him about where he was staying there. Ko didn't explain much and just said that he was transferred there when he was 12 years old. As they are still talking, Haruka appears there, the man who was looking at Ko's and Meika's photos. He introduced himself and wanted to get close to Meika. It turns out that he was in the same orphanage as Ko, and they both knew each other. Ko gets angry at him and warns him to stay away from Meika. When they get out of there, he tells Meika to not get friendly with him as he is a dangerous person. She starts smiling, pulls him forward, and kisses him, saying that she only loves him. He can't resist anymore. He takes her to the corner and starts kissing her. They are now not afraid to confess their love for each other. Ko has to go on a business trip. He asks Meika to join him as his wife and secretary. They both go there, and she books a hotel other than Sanjo's hotel, so they can be more comfortable there. The staff knows that they are a newlywed couple, so they prepare a romantic room for them, which makes both of them very shy. They go to beach together and start running around and having fun with each other. Meika says in her mind that she hasn't seen Ko smiling like that before, as he looks very happy and cheerful because he is with his only loved one. He then kisses her at the beach. His personality is different as he's very warm-hearted when he is with Meika. When both of them lie down, she asks him to give his hand so she can hold it. They are holding each other's hand. She suddenly sits and tells him that she is now ready for it. Ko sits too and asks her if she's truly ready. He then kisses her. This is their first night together where she doesn't push him away anymore and confesses that he is the only man she wants to continue her life with. In the beginning, she didn't want to see him as a lover, but his love and care towards her changed the direction of her heart and made her fall for him. The next morning while they are eating breakfast, they keep teasing each other and getting shy for what happened between them last night. They go back to work. She can't take her eyes off of Ko and keeps thinking about last night. He notices her constant stare at him. When they get home, he rushes to her and wants to kiss her. He says that she looked at him with full of love, that he barely controlled himself at work and couldn't wait to get home. He puts her on the counter, and they share a romantic kiss. Ko tells her to stop him whenever she feels uncomfortable or doesn't want him to get close to her. He hugs her tightly and says that she is all he has and wants to love her all the time. Meika says that she has never experienced this kind of feeling before, which is very enjoyable for her. She sleeps on his laps. As she's sleeping, he takes a picture of her to save those cute moments. When they are at work, Meika's grandfather comes in and says that he has a recommendation of a model for their upcoming advertisement. The woman suddenly enters with beautiful clothes on. As she enters the room, Ko suddenly calls her Yura, and he keeps looking at her with a shocked face. Grandfather says that her name is Ran, and not Yura. Ko admits that he has mistaken her for someone else. They start filming for the advertisement as Amani also participates to play piano with Ran. Ko and Meika start having conversation with Ran to explain the next steps of their project with her. When they want to leave, she suddenly stands and asks Ko if she looks like her sister Yura. He then turns around and confirms that she looks a lot like her twin sister. Yura was also in the same orphanage as Ko. When they go back home, Meika asks her about Yura. He says that she was a very friendly and kind person whom he can never forget. She has realized how his mood has changed after meeting with Ran. Ran asks Ko to come to her hotel room because she has some questions from him. When they are in the room together, she then says that she's very similar to her sister and can take her place for him. She then pushes him back and tries to get closer to him. However, Ko stops her. Ran says that she feels guilty that she got adopted while her sister stayed in the orphanage and passed away. She wanted to get closer to Ko as she knew Ko and Yura were friends back then. He assures her that it wasn't her fault and Yura didn't pass away because of her. Ran apologizes for what she did earlier. He tries to calm her and makes her lose the guilt she has towards her twin sister. Meika goes to their room and sees Ko sitting on the bed looking very sad and depressed. She goes to him, kisses him gently, and hugs him tightly. Meika tells him to share all his sadness and worries with her because this is what lovers do, so she doesn't want him to suffer alone. The next day, Ko asks her to accompany him somewhere. He takes her to Yura's grave, so Meika can see her too. Ko says that she was very precious to him in the orphanage, as she welcomed her warmly, and no matter how much he wants to forget the past, he still remembers her. Meika then approaches him and says that there is no reason to forget her when she was a special person in his life. She wants him to have Yura's memories in his mind and remember those beautiful moments with smile. Ko then thanks her for understanding him and giving him all this love and care. At night, when they want to sleep, she holds his hand so he would feel better. He also holds her hand tightly and they sleep. It is Ko's birthday. She wants to throw a surprise party for him, so she told her grandfather to assign extra work for him. On the day of his birthday, when he gets home late at night, he sees all the lights off. They suddenly turn the lights on and start singing happy birthday to him. Meika, her parents, and her grandfather are all there to celebrate his birthday. They tell him that he is like their son and thank him for taking care of Meika all these years. He makes a wish and blows the candles. When the guests leave, he hugs her tightly and thanks for throwing the best birthday party for him, which he never had before. From the next scene, the mood and tone of the drama completely changes from light to dark. Ko meets with Haruka. Haruka tells him that it's the time to take over the Sanjo's group and complete their revenge plan. Ko says, "Yes, Haruka, it's the time to complete our plan." He again is sleeping with Meika being by her side. He starts having a nightmare. He starts remembering his past when he was living with his parents. His father kept hitting his mother and himself and always treated them poorly. One day, his mother left him and his father disappeared. He had a harsh childhood, and when he was 12, he was taken to the orphanage where Yura and Haruka, who were older than him, welcomed him warmly from the moment that Ko entered the orphanage. At first, Ko was very shy and didn't get involved with them. However, Yura and Haruka did everything to get closer to him and make him forget his hurtful past. They played with him and made him feel comfortable there. He got used to them as they spent more time with each other. Yura was 16 and Haruka was 18, so he had to leave the orphanage. He got a job at factory and promised them that he will take care of them when they get out of the orphanage. After Haruka left, a new manager joined the orphanage. He was Sanjo's family's long-distant relative. He was a very bad person. One night, when everyone was asleep, he went to Ko's room and tried to sexually harass him. However, at that moment, Yura arrived and started kicking him until he left. She hugged him tightly and comforted her to make sure he wouldn't be scared. She then went to the manager's room and told him to touch her body instead, and not touch anyone in the orphanage. She sacrificed herself so others wouldn't get hurt. One day, she started throwing up and guessed that she might be pregnant. Manager's wife visited her and threatened her to stay silent and don't tell anyone about the matter. If she did, then she would tell everyone that she seduced her husband. Yura wanted to free everyone from that evil man. She took him to the rooftop and told him she won't let him hurt the other kids. Ko also went there as he heard some noises. She put the knife on his neck, and by looking at Ko with a dim smile, she threw herself and that evil man down the building. Yura sacrificed her own life for all the kids in the orphanage. Haruka received the news and rushed to the orphanage. He couldn't believe what happened. He planned out a revenge plan against the entire Sanjo's family. He joined Yakuza to become richer and provided Ko's college fees. He told Ko to join the Sanjo's group, make the princess fall for him, marry her, and have a kid. Then they will make the kid to be the heir of the entire group. After having a child, they wanted to kill the princess to give them a big harm. Their plan was to do a fake kidnapping of the princess, so Ko would jump in and save her. That became the reason that her family decided to take him in as her bodyguard. Ko feels guilty for not saving Yura, so he wanted to help Haruka in his revenge plan. The scene then goes back to the time when he had a nightmare and woke up. He is now trying to choke Meika while she is sleeping. As he is pressing, he then starts crying and can't continue anymore, so he let go of her neck. Meika then wakes up and asks Ko what's wrong with him. She says, "I love you, Ko, so please tell me what I can do to help you feel better." Ko feels guilty for wanting to kill her earlier. He leans forward and kisses her. He regrets for his evil thoughts earlier because he sees that Meika truly loves him. Haruka calls Ko and says that he keeps delaying their plan by not having a child, so he seems like to be truly in love with Meika, but he shouldn't be surprised if she disappears one day. Ko gets very scared and rushes home. He keeps calling Meika, but receives no answer. He searches the entire room when suddenly she calls him from behind. He rushes to her and hugs her tightly. He thought that Haruka did something to her. He just realized that he can't harm Meika as he has truly fallen in love with her and doesn't want to hurt her in any way. He decides to meet with Haruka and talk to him about this matter. He goes to Haruka's office and tells him to stop this revenge plan because it is impossible for him to continue it. He takes out a knife and says that everything will be over if he takes his own life as he can't harm Meika. Ko has written the divorce agreement form and left the house. Meika is shocked when she sees the form because she doesn't know anything about the incident and Ko's intentions. Haruka says that even if he takes his life, he won't stop his revenge. He gives Ko his gun and tells him to kill him if he wants this to end. He says that everything is his fault for leaving them alone there. Ko then throws the gun and hugs Haruka tightly by saying that he can't betray him and Yura, so they will continue their plan. Meika hasn't seen Ko for about a week and doesn't have any news from him. She hasn't signed the divorce papers yet. When she is at the office, they announce that the servers are hacked and clients' personal data is leaked. Her grandfather tells her that this is all Ko's doing as he had access to the data and the servers. As she's talking to him, suddenly Ko, Haruka, and Ron come inside. She is shocked to see Ko with them. They tell them why they are doing this and blame Sanjo for covering all this up. Haruka targets Meika and wants to end her life. Her grandfather says that he didn't know about this, and his relatives covered it up. He got to know about the incident when Ko became Meika's bodyguard. That's why he took him in to protect him and take care of him as he couldn't do it before. Ko didn't know that the chairman knew about his identity all along. Despite all this, Haruka still targets Mika. He shoots at her, but Ko covers her and hurts his hand. He begs him to stop this and put an end to all this. Ran also begs him to stop, but he shoots again. Ko covers Meika again and gets hurt. Ko apologizes to Meika for deceiving her, but tells her that he really loves her, and that wasn't fake. He then becomes unconscious. The scene is then changed to 6 months later, where Meika is getting ready to marry Amane as her family wants it, despite the fact that she doesn't love him. Amane is really happy as he has always loved her. Meika remembers 6 months ago where Ko was at the hospital. He didn't look at her at all and just said these words, "Please get divorced from me and sign the papers." Meika signed the divorce papers as she had to do it despite what she truly felt. Ko disappeared from the hospital and never came back in those 6 months. Amon is trying to get closer to her to kiss her. As he's approaching her, she tells him to stop because she doesn't want to. He continues despite all this, but she pushes him away. Meika apologizes to him and says that she can't love him no matter how hard she tries. Amane tells her to go after Ko because he knows that she still loves Ko, so it's okay to leave him and go after her love if that's what she wants. He wants her to be happy. On the other hand, Rain is having conversation with Haruka as both of them are feeling guilty for hurting Ko. They want to stop their plan as they got to know that Chairman knew nothing about what happened to Yura, and when he found out, he helped Ko. Meika finally finds where Ko is. He is in a village working in an orphanage. She visits there, and the manager tells her that 6 months ago, they saw a young boy who wanted to fall from the cliff. They rescued him, and he has stayed there up until now. She tells her that Ko is at the beach now. Meika goes there and meets Ko there, but he ignores her and wants to play with the kids. He says that he doesn't know that lady. Meika gets angry and runs towards him. She starts saying that he can't ignore her like he did 6 months ago. He apologizes for hiding his identity from her. She confesses her love to him, but he says that he doesn't love her now, and she should go ahead and live her life comfortably without him. Meika insists that he still loves her, and it was difficult for her to forgive him, but she knows that he saved her life, and she can't love someone else. Meika asks him to face his own feelings and stop thinking about the past, as they can start from a new page and forget about all the harsh moments. She then runs to him and hugs him. They both fall down. He can't resist anymore and hugs her tightly. Ko then confesses his feelings to her too by saying, "I love you, Meika, and I have always loved you." He says that he just wanted to let her live freely without him as he ruined her life. They confess their feelings and want to be a couple again. They share a beautiful kiss. Both of them are very happy now as they are together. The drama ends with scenes that they are having a fun time together at the beach while playing around. He asks her to stay there together and live a comfortable, normal life. She agrees to it. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for upcoming recap videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. Bye everyone.